Well, had a good night's sleep in the car. It's about 5:30. Nobody else is awake yet, so it's nice and quiet here. I'm gonna fix a little bit of breakfast, press some oatmeal again. Maybe try and get a few pictures. This fog's making for some pretty epic little views here. So I'm gonna see what we can capture real quick, and then get back on the road. It'll be interesting to see how the drive goes getting out of here, just with this heavy fog and driving on these nice gravel roads, but should make for a fun little adventure. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Just doing a quick little shoot here with this fog. It's looking pretty solid. So I've got my tripod down here right by the river. Got my NDX filter on so that I can get that smooth look to the water. So we're set up right here. I want to try and get one shot at least with me in it, so I've got my system set up here to remote. So I'm going to hook this up and go up here a little ways and see if I can hold still long enough to get a good picture. So let's see what happens. See if it worked. It would help if the cable is plugged all the way in on the receiver. So it should be good now. I'm gonna give this one last try. Looks good in camera. We're gonna hit the road. All right, well, breakfast is done, got cleaned up, got refilled on water here, which is nice. Got these few pictures taken. Now we're gonna hit the road. Like I said, it's still pretty foggy, so it'll make for an interesting drive, but shouldn't be anybody else on the roads this early. Probably it's 6:30 now. So I think I got like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 to where I'm trying to get, I'm not sure. We'll just make the drive and see what happens. Yeah, so I'm trying to head out to this part on the coast, which should have some really beautiful coastal landscapes and a whole lot of puffins. So it should be cool to get to see some puffins out in the wild and shoot a little bit of that. So yeah, let's hit the road and we'll see what happens. Haven't been on the road long, but when we came over that top there and I saw that fog bank down there in the valley with the sunrise hitting it, I knew we had to stop. So let's go try and get a few pictures real quick. So I think it should look pretty good. Well, yeah, we've only been on the road maybe 5 minutes. But when I saw this view, I just had to stop. So I'll set you up once we find the spot and we'll see what happens. Got some decent stuff. Gonna try a little bit with the 70 to 200, and then we'll get back in the car. I'm using this circular polarizer a lot. It just helps with taking these highlights out, so we can get a better exposure across the whole shot. We got some decent stuff. Time to get back on the road. Just found this little dirt road that looks like it's getting right down to the edge. So I'm actually gonna hop down here real quick, get another shot or two, and then we'll hit the road. Luckily, this early in the morning, nobody else is out here on these roads, so I can stop, get pictures of this. So, found another epic fog bank down here in this valley. So I'm making a quick stop to get a few pictures. So this is the nice part about getting started this early in the morning, is later in the day, like, this fog's gonna be gone, the light be too harsh, and the roads would be crowded. It's harder to stop. Right now, there's nobody on the roads, light's great, fog's still here. So it's just a really enjoyable part of the drive. So yeah, let's see if we can get a few good pictures. Well, finally made it to, I think it's like Latrabjarg, something like that, the name here. So yeah, pretty cool coastal area, some pretty nice cliffs here. Fortunately, it's still super foggy, as you saw from the drive up. It's really windy, so hopefully this wind's going to help push this fog out. The sun's coming up, so it should start to burn off, hopefully. But either way, it's still make for some good pictures. You can kind of see over the cliffs here. So yeah, there's some trails that lead like up the mountain a little bit, so I'm just going to be walking around trying to get some pictures. Hopefully figure out where these puffins are, if they're around. Yeah, I think it should be a fun little trip here. Well, I've been walking up these cliffs for probably at least half an hour now and haven't seen any puffins. My guess is they're supposed to be here seasonally up until like late August, which we're getting into now. So I'm guessing they might have already left. I don't really know. May see someone look back down. If not, wasn't a complete bus, is still, a nice little walk, but not much to picture-wise. This fog is super heavy, but the sun's also pretty bright. So it's making really harsh lighting conditions in a lot of places. Yeah, probably have a few decent pictures I'll throw at you from this. See some puffins. If not, we're just gonna be back on the road. Well, made it back down to the car. Didn't see any puffins, so I either didn't want far enough, they didn't want to come out, or my guess more likely is they've gone and left for the season. So I'm gonna hit the road, get back out of here. I saw a restaurant on the way in. If it's not too far off the main road, I may try and stop there for some lunch. So yeah, we're just getting back on the road, headed kind of back, wrapping around the way we came. Down the coast. Well, I tried stopping at this restaurant, but apparently they don't open until noon, which is pretty much an hour away, and I'm not going to wait that long just to eat at their restaurant. So I'm going to hit the road. If I see somewhere else soon, I may stop. If not, I'll fix my own lunch, with the stuff I've got. So yeah, a little bit of a bummer, but not too out of the norm for this part of the road. Well, on the road again, so hopefully, I think it's all worked out. I'm actually headed to the Western Peninsula to hopefully, I think, to meet at a waterfall, to meet up with a couple that are on their honeymoon. So I was coming on this trip, I knew I was going to drive around, take a lot of pictures of just the landscape and, all the stuff going on, but I also wanted to, if I could, find a couple to do a shoot with. So thanks to the internet, I found this couple that are here on their honeymoon. We're just gonna meet up for maybe an hour and a half or so, and just do a little shoot. Just for something a little bit different. So I'm excited about that. So I've been messaging with the guy, and I think we're hopefully gonna meet up. I just sent him like a time I thought I'd make it. So it's like a few-hour drive, and I'll have a few hours after that before I meet with them. So I get to take it nice and chill, just driving through the Western Peninsula. Beautiful landscape, beautiful views to look at. So, I'll stop when I can to get some pictures, enjoy the view. So looks nice, relaxing, afternoon drive. Well, I've arrived at the waterfall and we've been meeting this couple out to shoot. We've got a little over 2 hours before we're supposed to actually meet. I think there's plenty of time to get out, stretch my legs a little bit. I'm going to cook up some dinner, I got ramen and stuff. Just relax a little before we shoot. And then I got to figure out where I'm going to spend the night tonight afterwards. Well, I just finished the shoot with Kyle and Kelly. A lot of fun, a nice couple here on their honeymoon for 2 weeks, which is definitely the way to honeymoon. So we got some pretty good pictures I'm excited about. Did a few just normal, type portrait stuff, and then did some more like landscape-oriented things with some long exposure, which I think turned out well. So I'll throw a few of those at you here real quick. I'm just headed on the road. It's about 8:30. I'm trying to find somewhere in the next hour-ish to stop for the night. I think we've got an idea of a place to us all on the way in. So yeah, just hook it out for the night, get some sleep, and get started again tomorrow.